In the late 1800s, a few men amassed wealth greater than entire nations, even the U.S. Treasury. Historians still debate, were they America's greatest builders or its biggest thieves? Let's explore their actions and decide for ourselves. Imagine America after the Civil War. The nation was physically and financially in ruins, with almost no business regulation. Into this vacuum stepped a small group of men who saw an opportunity. They understood that in a country without rules, the first movers would right them. Cornelius Vanderbilt began with a single ferry boat, a humble start. He soon controlled vast railroad tracks, wielding immense power. Vanderbilt could decide which towns thrived or withered by laying his rails. Routing a line could doom a town, while another boomed overnight. Then came John D. Rockefeller, a quiet, deeply religious man. He built a machine designed to crush every competitor in its path. Rockefeller secretly negotiated discounted shipping rates inaccessible to rivals. He undersold them until they were desperate, then bought them out cheaply. Through this slow strangulation, Standard Oil controlled 90% of U.S. refined oil. Rockefeller effectively set the price of light and fuel for the entire country. Almost no laws existed to stop him, showcasing unchecked power. Around the same time, Andrew Carnegie built a nearly identical steel empire. His story presents a painful contradiction, perhaps the most striking of all. Carnegie publicly believed the rich had a moral duty to give back, yet he squeezed his own workers to the breaking point, with 12-hour shifts. 7 days a week, next to furnaces hot enough to melt iron, for meager wages. Wages barely covered rent, trapping them in poverty, when Homestead steel plant workers struck in 1892 for fair pay. Carnegie's partner, Henry Clay Frick, brought in 300 armed guards. A gunfight erupted, several men died, and the Union was destroyed. All while Carnegie's fortune continued to climb into the hundreds of millions. Then there was J.P. Morgan, perhaps the most quietly powerful of them all. He controlled the flow of money across railroads, steel, and banking. His power was clearest during the financial panic of 1907. The entire American banking system teetered on the verge of collapse. It wasn't the government that intervened, but Morgan, a private citizen, locked powerful bank presidents in his library until they agreed to his bailout plan. The plan worked, averting total economic collapse. One man's decision saved America from financial ruin. Now, here's where it gets complicated. These same men built modern America's backbone. Vanderbilt's railroads connected a continent, turning long journeys into hours. This fueled industrial growth, making America a global manufacturing power. Rockefeller's efficiency made kerosene cheap enough for ordinary families. They could finally afford to light their homes at night, a significant improvement. Carnegie's steel built the bridges and skyscrapers that shaped modern American cities. At the end of his life, Carnegie gave away billions, funding over 2,500 public libraries. He believed education was the true escape from the poverty his factories created. Rockefeller poured his fortune into medical research, eliminating diseases across the South. Morgan's donated art and manuscripts formed collections for great New York museums. But the public eventually fought back against this unchecked power. In 1890, Congress passed the Sherman Antitrust Act to break up monopolies. It took President Theodore Roosevelt to actually enforce it. In 1911, the Supreme Court ordered Standard Oil broken into 34 companies. Several still exist today under different recognizable names. So what's the true story? Are these men villains who exploited workers? Or visionaries whose ambition built America into a superpower? The honest answer, most historians agree, is that it was both. Extraordinary progress and real human suffering came from the same hands. The wealth that built libraries and railroads was extracted from workers. Workers with no minimum wage, no safety regulations, and no real choice. So understanding this uncomfortable truth is more useful than picking a side. The moment we forget how wealth was built, we lose the ability to recognize patterns. History keeps proving it always does, just wearing a different name. Next time you hear about a company controlling an entire market, ask yourself, is this progress, exploitation, or quietly both at once? If this story helps you see money and power differently, make sure you're subscribed. Every week, we dig into another forgotten moment shaping our world.